after years inside the American evangelicalism, Stuart stepped away from the institutional religion, but continues to explore big spiritual and ethical questions. I think many of us, if not all of us, especially those that listen to this podcast, are wrestling with. We're going to be talking about his latest book, The Tribulation Survival God, How to Stay Alive When Everything Else is Dead, which is a satire. But I love the idea of this because especially right now when we're feeling like we're in the end times, I don't know about y'all, but it's feeling real revelation-y lately. And so, but he challenges fear-based theology and asks, what real goodness looks like when certainty collapses. So we welcome Stuart Delony. Welcome to the show.
Thank you guys for having me. I love hanging out with you guys. I've hung out with you guys separately before, but now I get the collective as well too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. So tell us, first of all, we're going to ask you a little bit about everything, but about this book, I know for some people, this is what I love about it. People who are hyper religious and fundamentalists will probably buy this book based off the title. I love that about this book, but it is satire. But what made you come up with that? I believe it's very timely, but why did you think it was timely? And what brought you to it for such a time as this?
Ooh, I think it's multi-leveled to things. One, I have always questioned somehow like the way that the faith has held the end times in many ways. I can remember as a child that grew up in very conservative evangelicalism. My dad had me in church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. And I remember I was probably like 7 or 8. And we were on the Sunday night version of church as well too, where you kind of have the B team from the choir, which our A team was not great to begin with. And I remember our pastor telling everyone like, isn't this wonderful? It's so beautiful. It's wonderful. All of us faithful, we are going to get to sing like this for eternity. And I remember like as a kid, I was going like, oh my God, that sounds like hell. I was like, I don't want to do this forever. This is painful. This is bad. And so I think that started my formative journey. But also I feel like Revelation is a book that has led so many of evangelicals astray. That has led them to look towards things that are escapism, that have nothing to do with the ways of Jesus, and it gives them a permission to not care about the earth and other stuff like that. I feel like so the way that evangelicalism has read Revelation is very problematic, and the fact that we built systems around this kind of bad reading and grifterism is also terrible for the faith.
Yeah, definitely. I remember hearing things like, it doesn't matter what we do to this planet, God's going to make us a new one because that's what Revelation says. And a former pastor telling me that he was really sad that the ocean wasn't going to be there because the sea's going to be made of crystal instead of water.